All right, and this next gentleman coming to the stage. A while back, I was running a workshop for stand-up comedy, and this gentleman came out to every single session. Then he eventually started performing around the area. He's been on several showcases, and I believe this is your Wisconsin debut, isn't it? Yep, making his Wisconsin debut all the way in the main streets of Rockford, Illinois. Please put your hands together for Keith Skaggs.
Alright. So, if I suck, now you know who to blame, because Marco's taught me everything I know. Right? Does anybody think that I look like the shorter, thinner version of the last comic? I love having this moose up here. This moose is great. It makes me think of Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, Lord.
Not a mouse.
It is a mouse. Chuck E. Cheese is a mouse. But they have those like animatronic things that that sing you happy birthday and stuff like that. I guess they're going away from that a little bit. They're having like live performers and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm okay with the live performers until I saw this sign there that said, "Now open even later." And I was wondering, what kind of clientele are they going to have at Chuck E. Cheese when they're open even later? I imagine the mouse had a mouse meeting, and he said, "I'm going to open up a nightclub," and he said, "Well, why are you going to open up a nightclub?" And he's like, "Because my name is Chuck E. Cheese. And that E stands for entertainment. That's why I'm going to end up opening up a nightclub." And they're like, "Well, are you going to have like stripper poles and stuff like that?" He's like, No. I am way too cheap for that. That costs way too much cheddar. We're going to use the stuff that we already got. We're going to use a bounce house.
Oh, Lord.
Topless bounce house. That's what we're going to have. Just titties bouncing in the bounce house. That whack-a-mole, gonna have that, except gonna change it to beavers. Pounding beavers. They've always got skee ball there. Skee ball and skee ball and skee ball. You end up getting lots of tickets for that skee ball. But the only problem with that is whenever you end up going up to that counter to turn in your tickets, you never have enough to be able to get that lap dance. But you do have enough arm strength to be able to go home and have a good time. I like this time of year, spring. I ended up springing forward just like everybody. The only problem I have with it is it's on Sundays. You know, why are you cutting into my weekend on Sundays? I hate that. You know, I mean, why don't we end up moving it to the end of the day on Friday so everybody can get off an hour early? It's really a good idea. And you know what? While we're talking about that, when that fallback that they have, why don't we move that to Monday morning so I can sleep in on Mondays?
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. I've been turning all of my clocks back except the one in my car. I didn't end up turning that one back. That one's still stuck in the past of dial-up internet and parachute pants. And when my car was still worth more than I still owing payments on it. Way back then. Going all the way back to that time. Since I didn't end up turning my clock back in my car, I was running late to work, and I was doing pretty good. I was hitting all the green lights until a police cruiser ended up speeding in front of me, and I had to hit on the brakes to make sure that I didn't hit him. And I said, "You better be chasing somebody." I was actually rooting for crime. And I'm not usually like that. What I do is, I won't even end up getting on a treadmill because that's how robbers get away. They run from the scene of a crime. I was working out recently, but I had to quit because I was like tearing all of my socks because that's like a bicep curl, just like that. I was ripping them off. Stupid is right. that's why I had to stop it. I can't afford to get any stupider. I mean, ripped. That's where it comes from. Like, you have like the Incredible Hulk just ripping off his shirt. I don't want to get that huge. I know I'm like way far away from it, but yeah, I don't want to get that huge. I thank goodness the Incredible Hulk doesn't do like squat thrusts, just rip off his pants like that. I always wanted to be a superhero when I was a kid. My dad ended up taking me to get one of my first haircuts, and I wanted to get my hair cut like Superman. And so it started off pretty well. The hairstylist, what she did, she put the smock on me, and she put it on backwards so it looked like a cape just flapping in the breeze. It was going pretty good till I ended up sitting in the seats, and she turned it around and looked like a big huge bib. And then she said, "I can't cut your hair like Superman. You're blonde. Gonna have to cut it like Aquaman." I was like, and this wasn't the cool Aquaman from the movie. This was the orange spangly top, riding a pink seahorse one. I was like, Aquaman sucks. So I decided I was gonna show her some of my superpowers. Jumped out of the chair, one single bound, and I started running, except the smock was in front of me. So every single step it was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Knocked myself out on the linoleum. My dad picked me up, put me in the chair, said, "Well, at least you won't move around on you now." Ended up shaving my head. Looked like Lex Luthor. Women end up going to the hairstylist, getting their hair done, getting their nails done, so they can get attention. I never end up getting attention from my nails. My nails are never special. Well, except if I end up clipping like one of my big toenails off in one swoop, like that. What I like to do is once I clip them, I'll end up putting them in a little pile. Kind of looks like a pile of bones. I imagine if I collect enough, eventually I'll be able to end up making a toenail-osaurus. But it'll be so big, I can't end up moving it around. So I've got to end up thinking of other ways to draw attention to myself, like kicking my own butt, like that. It draws attention. It might even help you later on in the evening tonight. If somebody comes up to you and says, "I'm going to kick your butt," just say, "No need, I'm already doing it myself." And you run away. I like going out to dinner. Really when it's like an experience, Like if you're eating shark, ooh, that's kind of dangerous. Or you're eating a giraffe neck. That's 8 feet of meat right there. You can't end up passing up on that, right? But a hippo, ugh. Too many calories in a hippo. Interesting fact: a hippo is actually a vegetarian. So if somebody is shoving a salad at you, just be like, "Well, no, I don't want to turn out like a hippo." Let's see, what else do I want to talk about here? So, I do like teaching things. My daughter, we were driving to school, and I'm kind of worried about what schools are teaching kids. So I want to end up teaching her myself. And I said, "Do you know what dope is, honey?" And she said, "Yeah, it means cool, right?" And I was like, "Well, sometimes, And she said, "But doesn't dope mean stupid?" And I was like, "Well, if you smoke enough of it, yeah, you can do some pretty stupid stuff when smoking dope." And she's like, "No, I don't worry, Dad. I don't use dope. What I use is legit." And I was like, "Well, that's what cool is, legit." And I was like too legit? Like too legit to quit like that? Like, hey. And that's I taught her that. and then I sent her into school.
God.
The school should be worried about what I'm teaching her, not the other way around. My daughter wants a cell phone. Think I should get her a cell phone? No?
No, how old is she?
No? She's 12.
Yes.
I should get her a cell phone? Well, she was whining and complaining. She was saying, when am I going to get a cell phone, Dad? And I said, when I was your age, I had to wait for them to be invented. So, the phones these days, they have all the technology in the world, all the bells and whistles. My new phone has all the bells and whistles, and I don't know how to use any of that. You should have known, because no phone has bells and whistles. I mean, as big as they are, you know, they're all just a rectangle, not very interesting shapes. I imagine the first phones were probably really good. I mean, they were like good at making calls, at least. They're like a shell, you know, like a seashell, just. Great at making calls, but not very good at receiving them. You just hold the shell up to your ear and go, hello? No, I can't, I don't know. All I hear is waves. All right, thank you very much.